Welcome to this week's Financial Tip Tuesday, where I'm going to review 5 things that you should think about when you are making the decision if you should do Roth contributions versus traditional contributions to your retirement accounts. First, let's go over what the differences are between traditional and Roth contributions to retirement accounts. So, a traditional contribution has been around the longest, and the year that you put the money into the account, you actually get a tax deduction. So, you're going to be paying less taxes the year you put it in. And then, fast forward to retirement when you take it out of a traditional account. Since you got a tax break to begin with, then you actually have to pay taxes when you take the money out at retirement. A Roth account is kind of the opposite of traditional contributions. The year that you put it into a Roth account, you do not get a tax break. And then fast forward to retirement, when you do take it out of the Roth account, since you never got a tax break on it, you don't have to pay any taxes on money inside of a Roth account. So the first thing that you should think about is what tax bracket you're in. If you think you are in a higher tax bracket now than what you're going to be at retirement, then a traditional contribution is probably the better way to go. If you think you're going to be at a higher tax bracket at retirement than what you are now, then Roth is probably going to be the better way for you to go. The second thing that you need to think about is your age, or how many years you have until retirement. Usually, if you have a lot longer time until retirement, then Roth could be better because you have a lot more years for that money to grow tax-free. Where if you only have a few years until retirement, then traditional might be the better option to select, since you only have a few years for that money to grow. Number 3, and this one might be the hardest one since none of us can predict the future, but what are politicians going to do in the future with tax rates? Down the road, are they going to increase them higher than what they are today? Are they going to decrease them? Are they going to keep them the same? None of us know, and you can't really predict what they're going to do. So if you think they're going to increase them in the future, then Roth might be better. If you think they're going to decrease them in the future, then traditional contributions are going to be better. My personal belief with the way that our government spends money and accumulates debt, I think they're probably going to have to increase taxes to pay it off in the future. But with artificial intelligence, with AI, with all this new technology, maybe we're going to be more efficient and they won't have to increase them or potentially decrease taxes. So this one, it's hard to say, and nobody can really predict what's going to happen in the future. Number 4, are you planning to retire early? If you're going to retire early, and you might have a few years where you're not going to make any income, and you might be able to start slowly doing some Roth conversions year to year, then it actually might be better to just do traditional contributions now and then plan or schedule to do some Roth conversions in the years before retirement when you're not working, when you're retired early, and then convert those dollars over. The fifth and last thing to consider is simplicity. Personally, I think Roth accounts are a lot more simple and easier to understand because when you look at your Roth accounts, every dollar inside of that account is your money when you take it out. When you look at traditional accounts, you have to kind of factor in what your tax rates are going to be when you take it out. And so all the dollars in traditional accounts are not actually your money because you have to pay taxes on it when you take it out. The other thing to think about is when you remove money from a traditional account, that is going to count as earned income. And depending how much you're taking out, that could impact your Medicare premiums and some other stuff at retirement, where Roth accounts, since they're all tax-free, you have some less stuff to worry about when you're taking that out at retirement. Obviously, that is just some general advice, and everybody's specific situation is different. So hopefully that helps you to start the conversation and start thinking about which contributions are right for you. If you need more help or have some questions about your specific situation, feel free to reach out and I'm happy to help. Hope everybody has a great week.